Just wanted to go live for a few minutes. Getting ready to start my Branson podcast, and there's always quite a bit of debate about new restaurants. I mean, corporate, are they corporate? Are they, what kind of restaurants are they? It's got to be local, but nobody looks through the ramifications of what local really means. you know, I've heard reports, so many varying numbers, but we do between 4 and 8 million tourists here a year. I know there's been years we've done 8 to 9 million tourists. So local folks who start restaurants don't have the capacity to start a restaurant that can hold the numbers that need to be held to be up on Highway 76. I know the smaller restaurants come in where the Indian clay oven place is across from Price Chopper, and they've got a myriad of shops, and they've got Wakayodo, and which is a great sushi place. Indian clay oven, I'm hearing a lot of great stuff. But if you're going to bring in a new restaurant, you have to take lots of real estate and you have to combine them, because what kind of business are you going to have? Are you going to have bus tours? Are you going to have, you know, you got to think about volume, and you got to think about supply and demand, and you've got to think about marketing. And so this is basically just the top 5 new restaurants and places you can go to eat, and think about what makes these restaurants great, and what your needs are going to be. How many people in your party? How many people in your family? What kind of food are you on? What kind of diet? And what are you doing when you get to Branson? So I've taken a lot of flack online about this, but my first pick is Cheddar's. Basically, Cheddar's is a fantastic restaurant. They built a brand new building. They took the place next to, I call it the Starlight, was over here. Now that's a museum. And then they had the old theater, which is still a theater, thank goodness. And they consolidated some land. Hay Goods was there at one time as well, but they consolidated some land. They bought a couple of lots. They put them together, and they built this very cool Cheddar's. And the first thing they start doing online is they start throwing rocks. Oh, this is a corporate chain. They're going to come in here. It's the same food. I can have that in my local neighborhood. No, no, you can't. You can't have a Cheddar's that's located in Branson, Missouri, and everything that comes with that in your local neighborhood if you live in St. Louis. You're just going to have come back from a great show, a great experience at the Titanic, or maybe the day at Silver Dollar City, and you're hungry, and you've got 4 or 5 other little mouths to feed, and you know exactly what they're going to have at a Cheddar's. And you're going to think of the lineup of traffic on Highway 76. There's a couple of different ways to get actually into that Cheddar's. You can come up from the old Garden Circle area, which the red roof is here off of Gretna. And there's a couple of small little roads where you can get up there and you can go to that Cheddar's. So more power to them. It's a volume restaurant. They can get a lot of folks in there. And the reviews I've read so far and the traction that I've seen online, I've got several blogs. I'm going to put them in the bottom of this live chat. If you want to go, I'm going to try to put some coupons down there, ways to save money in Branson. But the energy that comes around every time I post something where people, they want to know what the new restaurants are. And then here come the people saying, I shop local only. Really? Because it's not always available. If you want to go have good carne asada, there's a great Mexican place in the little bitty shopping center that has the Welcome Center across from where the Hall of Fame and Presley's and all that. You go past there, and on the right-hand side, you've got the Grand Victorian and the big Silver Dollar City sign, and then you've got across the street a smaller hotel, and there's a place there that has great carne asada. It's a local restaurant. They got maybe 9 to 15 tables at the most, and they maybe have 2 servers there, and they do a great job, and the food is fantastic. So you've got to look at volume. My second pick is 7 Brew, and they've done it very, very smartly. They've done it very smartly. They placed their building right in the center of a lot that they bought, I guess, from Price Chopper, who had the second half of that lot, and their parking just didn't command the audience that it did anymore. So they started cutting those lots in half and selling them. And they've got a great bunch of restaurants over there. So it's great. I've got a couple of videos here where I've gone through. They actually take a few minutes and talk to you while the coffee is getting ready, and that's part of their job. So I definitely accommodate them. I don't roll my window up and just wait on the drink. And again, when I've posted about these new restaurants, people have come out and they've said, "Well, I would just prefer not to. I would just prefer not to talk." Okay, I'm sure they're okay with that too. We're in such a world where digital technology just takes over everything and runs everything. Set that phone down, turn it off, set it aside, and actually look at somebody face to face and talk to them for 2 minutes while you're waiting on your coffee. So, my second pick in the Price Chopper parking lot is Seven Brew, and you should get the German chocolate. It's fantastic. And their drinks, the drink is literally this high. So I would definitely go that way. My third pick, and these are all in my blog as well, but I'm going to put the links below, is the new Panera that's coming in. It's going to be fantastic. And it's near the Apple Tree Mall, actually, in the old, there was a Ramada there that they knocked down, huge Ramada, many, many rooms. It just became an outdated dinosaur. They finally sold that, knocked that down, and they are building a brand new Panera, and it'll be great to have one kind of midtown on Highway 76 near the car museum, Velvet's car museum, and Legends and Dick Clark's, and it's all going to be located there, and the food is just fantastic. Another place I want to lead you, number 4, is there's a whole host of food trucks located off of Gretna as well, across from the old White Oak station. It was like White Oak number 21. It went out of business, so they built this huge Casey's. Then there's a trailer park there, and then right across the street they have, I think, 4 food trucks now. They have Hawaiian food available. They have Japanese. There's a Spanish fare, and I hear a lot of great stuff. Maybe Shimmy's food truck is over there, which Shimmy's is fantastic as well. And that would be my 4th pick. Just really strong consistency every day. People that love running their businesses, and just so much to see and so much to do. I would definitely take a run over there off of Gretna. And then finally, and I get this restaurant mixed up. I call it Table 22. I've written about it, and it's across from the food truck park. And I'll put the correct name down below as well. And it's like Table 22 or Noodle 21. Here we go. We finally got it. I eat there often. Their sushi is fantastic. The rolls are big. They're about this big. They've got great spicy Thai soup. It's kind of the bit pho or pho philosophy. They have like a shrimp pho. My son always gets that. It's very spicy. Their miso soup is good. Their crab rangoon is just fantastic. So across the street from that is Noodle 21, and I get them confused because they had a spot downtown as well that was owned by the same guy. So the restaurant business is so tough here to get into and find that right audience. Those are my top 5, and again, definitely check them out, and check all my blogs out. Branson-Local on Google, or BransonIsFun.com. And BransonIsFun.com needs a little bit of updating, but it has a lot of knowledge as far as restaurants and different things that you should definitely try when you get here. And I do try to get people off of 76 and try different stuff. So I hope you guys are doing great, and I hope these top 5 restaurants help you out.